We're in Alaska
with Mark Wackler of AK Fishology. Mark invited us up here after coming on the podcast and just said, hey, get up here and we'll figure it out. So it's been kind of the plan is loose, it's open-ended. We're not sure what we're going to do, but we're going to figure it out.
It'll be an adventure, that's for sure.
No doubt, no doubt.
Oh, got one.
Yeah?
I think it's tiny.
Oh, that's a good fish. Let him run.
Okay, yeah, I got a good one.
That's a pretty good one there.
So the Kenai is one of those holy grail places that you always hear about, and I'm just super excited to put eyes on it and see what all the fuss is about. So day one, Mark is hot to trot to take us fishing for rainbows on the Kenai. And rainbows get super big on the Kenai. And this is one of those places where you might catch the rainbow trout of a lifetime. So we're super pumped to give it a shot. It's going to be a little different fishing method than what we're used to, but we're looking forward to getting out of our comfort zone.
Right, because these rainbows eat these eggs, these salmon eggs.
Good point. So everything in the Kenai system runs on salmon.
Yep.
There's no bugs here. You don't match the hatch. It's completely different than Rocky Mountain trout fishing. The salmon from the ocean bring the food to the river, and the rainbows, the dollies, everything in the system lives on the salmon egg and the salmon flesh.
You guys have probably never tied egg loops, right?
No.
If you ever end up in a situation where you need, if you're not tying a fly directly to, like sliding a bead on or whatever, these egg loops are nice because they stay straight.
Yeah. So getting on the boat, I'm amazed at how beautiful this system is. This water is so clear. It's glacier water.
Yeah, it's like
insane.
That crazy kind of bluish aquamarine glacial water that you just don't see anywhere else. It's stunning. Good point. The color of the water itself is just amazing.
And everybody knows that. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, for sure. I knew the Kenai was heavily fished, but I always kind of associated that with king season, so I was a little taken aback by the number of anglers that we saw. But
I was a little shocked
when
too.
in Rome.
Did you say that's good enough?
Okay, so I'm gonna basically stop the boat and let it start catching up to the current,
Okay.
and I'll tell you when to go ahead and get it right over towards the bank there.
Cool.
Okay, go ahead. Perfect.
And so we head out, and Mark rigs us up with the bead rigs that they use for rainbows up here. And right out of the gate, we start catching trout. You catch a nice dolly.
Oh yeah. Yay!
Nice fish though.
Oh my gosh, how awesome!
It's pretty.
Oh my god.
It's like a beanbag. He's just so full of that flesh right now that it's so soft belly.
I know, that's why I was just like petting him. I'm like, it is like a beanbag. Wow, that was so much fun. Thank you, Mark.
Right on.
So we're catching those. We're catching rainbows.
Is it a dolly?
It's a big rainbow.
Is it?
Yeah. Look at that.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, cool. Nice job, Mark.
Oh, that's
Here. My first fish was even bigger than yours though, Justin.
Yeah.
So just not trying to tell you, but I'm telling you.
And then Mark tells us about a spot where he encountered a big rainbow some time ago, and so he heads for that, and we go to give that a shot. And Lauren, you're up on the deck.
I think we go through this like kind of channel or slough style, and he's like, this produced me a nice rainbow, and we're almost at the end of the side channel, and there's a log, and all of a sudden I just have a fish on. Oh, got one.
Yeah.
I think it's tiny.
Oh, that's a good fish. Let him run.
Okay, yeah, I got a good one.
That's a pretty good one there.
And you know, in the beginning, throughout the day we've kind of caught small fish, so I didn't think it was that big. And sure enough, Mark goes, "No, Lauren, that's a nice rainbow." And all of a sudden, I see the shadow come up, and it just like turns, and I realize I have a monster rainbow on.
Oh, Lauren, keep the rod up. Oh, that's a tanker.
Holy smokes! Oh my gosh!
That's what.
Holy smokes!
I knew you.
Yep. Such a pretty fish too. Just unbelievable that you got to catch one your first time out.
Yep.
First day, big Kenai rainbow. Just epic. So the trip's off to a fast start. We got the rainbow checked off the box, and now we're gonna go do some more exploring.
Well, and then the next day he's like, "Hey, wake up early. Let's go fishing. Let's fill the freezer."
Yep. So we jump in. We take 2 spots on his boat. He's got a couple other clients in the boat there too, and we jump on board and see where the day takes us.
Beautiful morning. It was a gorgeous morning. Weather was a little bit rainy, but nothing too horrible.
No, we lucked out there for sure, yeah.
Now he's cleaned up.
There we go.
Had that other one. That's still pink salmon there.
Cool.
That is so cool. Nice job, Justin.
Awesome.
Chinny chin chin.
Yeah, beautiful day, and we're targeting for getting pinks. I mean, everybody's catching fish. But the target today is a silver, so we really want to try to find a silver salmon. They're just starting to come into the system. They're a little late this year, according to Mark, but that's what we're after. So if we can find a silver, we're going to be lucky.
So we're stripping for silvers, and Justin, I think you had just caught a pink, and we're doing the system where he's on the boat and he catches a fish, then it's my turn, and what did I do? 2 casts. I have a fish on.
Oh, God, he does not like my net. He really runs away in clear water.
And it was epic. And Mark is like, "You have a silver on," and that was so cool. I mean, it was funny because I think we were all targeting silver, and it was just like a dead zone. And then I just like came on that bow of the boat and just did two casts, and I showed what these boys were was all about. Oh my gosh!
Nice job.
Thank you.
That didn't take you very many casts.
Just 2.
Yeah, so 2 more, you'll have another one.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, on the clouser, wow.
Right from the bow of the boat, Lauren gets a silver, big fish, big chrome, beautiful silver. We get that in, you know, and this is a fish that we're going to eat. We want to go home with a box of fish. That's one of our, you know, main priorities up here too. So yeah, we've got a silver in the cooler.
The silver scales falling.
Yeah. So cool. Oh, so pretty. That was so much fun catching it on the fly. I think, you know, I talked about this. Seeing a salmon and like holding these salmon and knowing the journey that they still have to continue to go on, whether some of it's in our belly, it's amazing. Like, I'm so amazed that like these fish come from the ocean and come on the Kenai, and they're like making their way to just keep this system, you know, moving.
Yeah, and it's
all
unbelievable,
connected.
like how
Blows
many
my
fish
mind.
there are too. One of the most popular techniques up here is what they call flipping. And so folks just line the bank, and you've got a big weight and a hook with a little bead on it, and you just kind of stand in one spot over and over again and just tight line, you know, basically tight line, swing, nymph, drag this one little piece of water. And there's so many fish coming up there that, you know, some of them bite that little bead and you get them in the mouth. Some of them, let's call it what it is, you're just flossing them in the face with a hook. But that's the way that they harvest and, you know, get their limits of sockeye in particular. And you can catch
like,
silvers that way, you catch pinks that way, you catch anything that way.
And they're standing like this.
Yeah, shoulder
Next
to shoulder.
shoulder to shoulder.
We gave it a shot, and you got a silver doing that. We got several sockeye to take home, and you know, you got to keep an open mind when you come to a new fishery, and you know, flipping for salmon was a little out of our comfort zone, but we did it. We got some fish, and hey, it's one more experience underneath our belt.
Yeah, never knew that even that type of fishing existed.
Beautiful net toss.
And he's gone.
So you'll be able to see the difference here that I told you about. So this one you can see his spots a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at the tail of the paint, like it's like silver paint.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh,
How cool.
so pretty.
They also have very white gums, like all the gums are always white. So some people will mistake them for king salmon once in a while, because kings are kind of similar. Little darker spots and stuff though, but you can always look at the gums and tell if you can't tell by the rest. But yeah, that's a smallish, medium silver.
Right on. And the Kenai was just an amazing river to go see, to go experience it, to just, you know, get that firsthand kind of knowledge of it.
Oh.
So, you know, now when folks are like, hey, have you ever been to the Kenai? Yep, I've been to the Kenai. I've seen the Kenai.
Professionally, we've been to the Kenai.
Yeah.
We went pro style with Mark Wackler.
We did for sure, yep.
Holy smokes.
Mark showed us around and gave us a tour of several different sections of the river, and it was just an incredible experience. And then we were off on our own. We had a bed and breakfast booked in Homer, and
Cute town.
really cool town.
Visited the Spit.
Yep, went to the Spit.
Looked at some ships.
Yep, had to go to the harbor. You got to go check out all the ships. I love to go see all those ocean-going vessels and walk around the harbor. So, but you know, the tourist piece of our trip was pretty short-lived because we came here to fish. So we're like, all right, well now we got to figure out where are we going to go next on our own. And what we really wanted to do was go find a stream where we could go do some walk and wade fishing. So that's what we went to go find.
And we find this really cool river, and there were just dead fish everywhere. Like,
yeah, definitely salmon.
so you knew there was salmon in there because there's a bunch of dead fish in the river. And that evening we get done and awesome, this guy screams across the road from a fly shop, catch anything? And we just, nope. And went in there and got some amazing intel. He says, you're in the right spot. You just need to come in earlier.
Yep. He said, things are ripe. This river's going to clear up a little bit. You got to hit it in the morning after the high tide. We're leaving Homer early this morning, getting a jump on it. We went and scoped this little fishery out yesterday. Funny enough, the guy at the fly shop is a really good friend of our buddy Jay Dixon. And he kind of filled us in. The river's been blown out for several days, but it's been dropping back into shape. The rain has now let up, so the conditions, according to him, should be just about ripe. There's silver salmon and dollies and steelhead in this river too. So he seemed to think we got a pretty good shot at one of those fish this morning. Couldn't imagine hooking a chromer in this river. It's a small stream, and it would be rowdy. So that's the hope this morning. We're gonna go give it hell. And we've got our all rods with us, so we can kind of do anything. So I set mine up with the Space Switch handle, and you're going to throw it as a single-handed 8-weight, and we both got sink tips on there. So we go down to the area where the fly shop guy recommends, and we find this great swing run. Like, it's perfect speed, this beautiful swing water. And we jump in, and I make about half a dozen casts, and my line goes tight. It's acting really weird. Running upstream. What the heck is this thing? Oh my God, it's strong too.
And when it comes up closer, we're like, this isn't a silver.
Lo and behold, I fight it into the bank, and I get my hands on it, and it's a wild Alaskan steelhead.
Isn't it crazy, the journey that fish went on and then somehow met you along its journey? And it's going to go...
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, the odds of, that fish swimming around in the ocean, returning to its natal stream, us coming from Montana,
I know,
happening to be intersect at the right place at the right time, it's just mind-blowing. Crazy. I cannot believe I just caught an Alaskan steelhead. I did not expect that on this trip at all. Catch a chrome steelhead in Alaska, like, what, 10 casts in or something like that? I can't believe that.
Crazy.
That was amazing.
Well, and what was so much fun is, after you were kind of sitting there regrouping, getting your stuff, your composure put together, just realizing what happened, I'm like, I'm going to go and fish that exact same spot. And I think, 3 casts in, my line goes tight.
What do you have?
I think it's a dolly.
Is it?
I think so. Playing kind of nice right now.
It's not going to play nice. It's not a dolly. It's a freaking big fish. It's either a silver or a steelhead. So we're like, what do we got, another steelhead?
Yeah. And then, nope, it was a silver.
A big,
beautiful,
chrome, gorgeous silver. Good job. Salmon. Oh yeah, that's a silver, right? Yeah, that's a silver, hon.
I have to appreciate Justin. He's really teaching me to go out of my comfort zone.
Like a good
telling me
lick.
I need to whack it, and I know I need to do it because I do want to bring this meat home, and I just take no pleasure in doing that, but was able to learn how to take my fingers under the gills, rip the gills,
bonk the fish, rip the gills.
Yeah,
yep.
It was quite the adventure. Do I have blood on my face?
Yep. But just unbelievable. We get a chrome steelhead and a chrome silver back to back in the same run, swinging flies, and we're just on cloud nine. And we hooked several other fish. We get some pinks, and then pinks and humpies, same thing.
Oh yeah.
And then we hook a couple others that blow up and come off, and kind of heartbreaking. Like, could that have been another silver? But you can't be greedy. We get, it was such a gift for us to have that experience and get those two fish landed back to back like that.
I think I'm still smiling from that catch.
Me too.
That was just...
it was unbelievable. I'll never forget that morning, and it may never happen again like that. And I'm so glad I switched to 20-pound test right before we went out there that morning.
Right.
So, yeah.
There's no way.
Just an unbelievable trip all around. Like crazy. We had this amazing trip on the Kenai. Mark's put us up in his cabin here, so we're off kind of by ourselves, and then we had this incredible DIY experience and getting just to drive from Anchorage to Homer and see the Alaskan scenery and the countryside and everything. It's just been an incredible week.
And I think what the biggest thing I've learned is that you can come to Alaska and you can target these species different ways of fishing techniques.
Yeah.
So swinging the fly, bopping,
flipping.
How's the flipping?
Oh, flipping awesome.
And stripping. I mean, you can come with whatever.
And nymphing, yeah. You
Yeah.
fished 4 different ways.
Yeah, so
and caught fish doing
all of
them. Yeah.
And so,
Great way.
despite the fact that there's a lot of people here fishing, there's an abundance of fish. There's a lot of fish.
No doubt. It's really an incredible river system. You have to see it to believe it.